Very cool nonprofit to tell you about that's going to really help you and your family this winter and all year. We have Sienna Wildfield. HilltownFamilies.org, that's the nonprofit. Tell us about it generally, this great community resource.
Sure. Well, we're in our 10th year right now. And Hilltown Families, our mission is to support education through community engagement. And one of the ways that we do that is we identify the embedded learning opportunities that are found in community events and community resources throughout the region, identify and interpret their educational and social value, and then we make that information accessible through an online grassroots communication network.
And the nice part too is we pay these taxes. We always wonder what they're for. They're for all these things that we can enjoy, and because we pay these taxes, they don't cost us that much.
That's right.
So we have a few that we want to talk about today, things that you can get out and about and do with your family to help you feel more connected, I think, in the community.
Sure, yeah.
So the first thing we have libraries.
Yes. So libraries are wonderful third spaces that we have in our community that have wonderful community-based educational opportunities. Not only do they have books and do they have DVDs, but they also have non-traditional things that you can check out, like the Jones Library in Amherst has musical instruments that you can check out for your children. Yep. So rather than committing to an instrument because your child's interested in taking guitar lessons or practicing the violin, you can check one out first and see if it's something they want to do. Or you have discovery kits that like the Meekins Library has that you can check out that are thematic, that can further educate you with books and toys and games on a particular topic. And the best part is they have museum passes that you can check out, which is makes our museums more accessible.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And especially it's like buying clothes for children. When their reading levels are rapidly advancing so much, you could spend so much money and buy them a ton of books. Or such great kids sections.
Yeah, there's great kids sections, and you can really, if they're interested in a certain topic, you can go onto the websites. There's access to over 1,700 different libraries through their websites, and you can target it towards that particular subject. And so you can find age-appropriate books that relate to particular topics and continue their interest through reading and literacy.
So if your library doesn't have it, I'm sure another library in Massachusetts is. Next thing that we can do, just area parks and trails.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's so many opportunities to get out into our community by utilizing the parks and trails. The trustees of reservations in particular have a lot of great opportunities. They've got the Chesterfield Gorge. They have Notch View, which is great for cross-country skiing this time of year. There's the Bullet Reservation. They're going to be having some snowshoeing opportunities happening. Lots of opportunities to get out, not only in the summer months when you can go out and experience the change of the seasons, but also in the winter months when it's snowy and icy.
And when it's snowy and icy, a lot of people are looking for indoor activities, but some of them, they cost money. It's hard to find things that are inexpensive inside, but one thing that is inexpensive and inside, all these museums that we love.
There's so many. We have museums that focus on so many different topics too. We've got art museums like the Eric Carle Museum. You've got history museums. The Springfield Museums is like 5 different museums in one. You've got living history museums like Historic Deerfield. So, and you can also check out, like I said, library passes. So it makes it more accessible. And not only do they have ongoing exhibits, but they also have upcoming exhibits that they have, and they have classes and lectures for self-directed teens or lifelong learners who want to further their education.
So it's not stagnant, it's ever evolving.
It's ever evolving. You can find so much in our museums.
Now there's also historical societies. Those are a neat way to explore our past. How do you do that?
Oh, it gives a local lens into history, and they really do a great job in chronicling our history here in Western Massachusetts. And we have so many different little historical societies throughout our region, and many of them have museums that are tied to them. Most of them are open only in the summer months because there isn't heating, but they also have events that happen in the wintertime, like there's an ice harvesting fest that's 7th annual one that's coming up. That's a great way to learn about that piece of history in our region. So there's a lot of events that they also host.
Now, lastly, it's tried and true. It's a great thing that people can do, and especially if they want to teach their kids so many great lessons. It's community service.
Community service. Service-based learning, I think, is one of the best ways that you can engage with your kids while also learning about resources in your community. Like Hilltown Families and the Food Bank are going to be partnering together to do some family volunteer days once a month coming up. So it's a great way so the family can come together, volunteer, learn about the issue at hand, start a dialogue, and start to invest in values of giving back to your community.
That sounds great. Keep us posted on those.
Oh, sure, you bet. I love it.
Thanks for stopping by. Pleasure to have you here.
You're welcome.
And ahead, you don't need